Carbondale. How are y'all doing today? Happy Monday, and it is sunny. My goodness, what a wonderful, delightful relief. There really was a lot of rain. I hope everyone fared well through it. All right, you are tuned in to WDBX 91.1. You are listening to Talk of the Town. I am your host, Eva Fisher. And before I introduce you to my spectacular guest this morning, I'm going to give you some updates on some things going on around town. All right, the planned Carbondale open house is going to be this Wednesday, April 9th. It was scheduled for last week, but then we had those storms roll through, so we were able to postpone it to this week. So Wednesday, April 9th at the Carbondale Civic Center in room 108 from 6:30 to 8. You have the opportunity to come and look at the drafts of the master plan for Carbondale. So this is awesome. It's an updated comprehensive plan. We have had a team of community members working on this, and we've had amazing community input. We've had some in-person sessions where people have been able to come in and give feedback of what they want to see improved in Carbondale, cool things they want to see grow and develop, etc. So yeah, on Wednesday you can see the draft of these recommendations for this comprehensive plan, as well as give more feedback. Doors will open at 6:15. You can come in, get yourself some free pizza and refreshments. There'll be kids activities, so you don't even have to worry about a babysitter. You can bring the kiddos to this. So yeah, come on out, or you can visit plancarbondale.com today or anytime to see this summary report, and you can give feedback online as well. Thursday, April 10th, Jackson County Health Department is celebrating their 75th year anniversary, which is pretty awesome. They are also having an open house from 3 to 6 p.m. out at the Health Department building over in Murfreesboro. It says it's in the back building, 415 Health Department Road. So yeah, check that out. They're going to have some family fun activities and things going on, and be able to talk to you about what all they do out in the health department. And if you didn't know, it's Earth Month, and there are a million amazing things going on this whole entire month. Lots of collaboration with SIU and things going on through town. So let's see, what all do we have this week? Feeding Our Community event on Wednesday, April 9th at the Town Square Pavilion. Then there's cool, using soundscapes to study wildlife at the Shawnee Group Sierra Club on the Thursday evening. Fun fashion show at SIU on Friday. A native plant sale on Saturday. So just a ton of things. You can check out these details at our Visit Carbondale Instagram. That's Visit Cdale on Instagram. City of Carbondale Government Facebook page. Carbondale Isle Tourism Facebook page, or visit siu.edu, type in Earth Month. You can see all the cool things that they have got going on. So with now all that said, we're going to talk about another really cool thing going on this month, and that is none other than the Great Cardboard Boat Regatta. So I want to welcome Brian Croft and Mary Kinsey. Good morning, you two. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both so much for coming on today to talk about this spectacular event. I'm a huge fan. I love the boat regatta.
I love that it's great. I love that it's the Great Cardboard Boat.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not enough to just say it's great.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, no, just regular, mediocre
That's right.
boat regatta. The great. It's got such fanfare behind it.
And it's been great now, Mary, for 50 years?
Yeah, it's been great for 52 years, but we're going to have our 50th race.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
That pesky pandemic really throws off all of our numbers.
It really did. It was a weird time warp,
Yeah.
but I feel like we're used to that here in Carbondale.
Yes,
We live in this time warp vortex,
Yes.
so.
Yeah, no, we're excited. April 26th is the Great Cardboard Boat Regatta, the 50th running. My math is not as good as Mary. She's a lot smarter than me. So it happened a long time ago. But, the history of this thing is pretty incredible. And you look at these cardboard boat races are things that you see, like you see communities do them now. You see scout troops and other universities, and it's really cool. It's one of those things a lot of people don't know. It started here.
Yeah, it started here with Richard Archer. He decided to challenge his design fundamentals class. It was numbered 102 at that time, and then as a final project to create the boats entirely of cardboard, and at that time even the mechanisms of propulsion, the paddles, the oars, had to be entirely made of cardboard.
Wow.
I can tell you that was a soggy mess. It did not last more than 2 years. But yeah, the first races go back to May 18th, 1974.
Okay, fantastic. That is so exciting. I feel like I got to share this with you last year, Mary, but Brian, my family also used to host a cardboard boat regatta.
Oh, really?
Every summer.
Like, so not as a part of the great one.
No,
Yeah.
it was a good one.
Yeah.
You know, it was
I
good.
kind of look at it like it's like a race, you know, and it's like, hey, I'm going to run this race so I can qualify for the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we encourage. Everyone do your own boat races.
Absolutely.
So you can practice, perfect the technique.
Yeah.
So that you can qualify,
Yeah.
you know, for the great one.
Get some trial and error
That's right.
going for sure. So, yes, it's been going on for so long. Mary, I know that you have just like organically took on.
Is that a
I would-
chemistry reference?
I would make the case that Mary, in some ways, saved the boat regatta.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mary, can you kind of tell us about how you came into the boat regatta?
So in 2010, I had a student who was a junior at the time, Derek Burnett. He was a member of the fraternity Alpha Chi Sigma that I advise on campus, and he responded to a series of requests by Larry Bush and Skip Bridges, or Skip Briggs. They were looking for help with their regatta. They were both emeritus professors out of art and design, and they had been trying to carry on the regatta themselves for 13 years, and were kind of, can anybody help us? And Derek said, well, my fraternity brothers will step up and help you this year. And we kind of got started that way.
Made it happen.
I love it. I love it.
Mary, you seem like the type of person. Mary's not. I don't know if you can say no. I don't know if you have the ability of like, hey, we need help. And Mary's was like, yeah, sure, I'll help.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool to see. So, you know, kind of fast forward a little bit. We were sitting at actually a chamber meeting. I'm on the Saluki Pride Committee, and it was right after we had shut down the strip for homecoming. And we were sitting there, and we were like, what a great event. I mean, we were there, like, I mean, seeing thousands, and it was just like, this is what we want. This is great. And so we were like, this was great in the fall. Like, if only there was something in the spring. And this was my own, you know, I had participated in the race as a student. And we were sitting there, and Molly Hudgens and I, with the Alumni Association, were like, who's in charge of the boat regatta? Thinking that it was some SIU department, or like, oh, it's with this person. And they were like, no, it's Mary. Mary's literally just kind of held and kept this up.
Yes.
And so for us, it's looking at, sometimes it's, you know, we want the new events, and but like shutting down the strip and doing that kind of stuff, it's sort of this, you know, like what makes Carbondale special, SIU and community of Southern Illinois and Carbondale in general. And the boat regatta is just one of those things.
Absolutely.
And so we kind of then, Molly and I said, so we scheduled a meeting with Mary. Mary, I don't even know if she knew I was coming to the meeting, because I think it was you and Molly, and then I showed up. And you're like, oh, you're here.
We ran into each other at Starbucks.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where I said, hey, I don't want to take you. This is your thing. You've done a great job, but we want to help, because for us at Touch of Nature, any time we can get people outside. It doesn't have to be just a touch of nature. Like, my goal is to get people outside, and if that's at Campus Lake, or if that's walking around paths, or just wherever, like that's our gig. And so anytime we can sort of find an event that is emphasizing getting people outside, like, we want to be there. So we sort of said, hey, we're here to help. So this is kind of the first year that the Alumni Association in touch have kind of stepped in to say, hey, can we help you?
I love it.
And so we're now we're a committee of crazy people who want to go. Hopefully not swimming. We want to we want to float above the water.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, pals, bear with me for 1 second. I'm gonna do a little mic zhuzhing. So
you're gonna judge.
I'm gonna judge by. I'm gonna pull this one a little more center.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have you guys kind of scoot in.
Oh, this is like a duet.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a real
Okay.
Yeah, you guys look like little doo-wop superstars, and yeah, we're just having some nice feedback on that secondary mic.
I'll be Johnny
warnings.
Cash. You can be June Carter, or we can choose the duo. Whichever you want.
I don't know any of their songs.
Well, we'll work on that.
Okay.
First boat regatta, then
Yes.
music education.
Yes, perfect. Hey, reminder, this is a community-funded radio station, WDBX, and community-run. So if you like to listen to it, they're remodeling a lot here in the studio. So you could just run by here anytime, drop off a little check, drop off some dollars, help them upgrade. It's because it's an awesome station, and we want it to sound its best. All right, back to boats.
Yes.
Okay, so to get involved with this, if someone is listening, they're like, I want to do this boat regatta, but what do I do? I've never built a boat before. I never built a cardboard boat. What's the process like for people participating in this?
Well, I can tell you that I just got a phone call from a student group. Actually, the student doesn't know this, but I've known her since she grew up. So when she called, her name came up on my phone, and I would just say, and she's like, "Oh, just call. You can pick up tell me how many sheets of cardboard you want to pick up. If you want to get any feedback on your boat design, I have some informational pamphlets that I can email to anybody that's interested." And there's actually a lot of information out there on the web. If you Google cardboard boat designs, they will be able to find a lot of information on basic designs, especially a kayak design. That's one of the most common ones.
Awesome. All right.
I will reemphasize the power of Google and the power of YouTube. So I go to our website, and again, you can kind of find information, but just there's so many videos out there. I'm not going to give away a lot of the trade secrets because I have some vested interest in some boats. I am impartial. I'm not part of the judging crew. But no, there's so many good YouTube videos out there. And again, I think that kind of speaks to how big this thing has become. It's not just a cardboard. So the fact that you can go to YouTube and just put in, hey, how do I do a cardboard boat? And there's literally hundreds of videos.
Yeah.
So it's one of those cool things that a lot of people don't know about that started here and now have become these giant things.
It's so incredible. Like, I just love that it started here. Like, when that gets mentioned, I'm like, wait, what?
Yes. Yeah, and it also highlights to me, one of the prettiest parts of campus is Campus Lake. And a lot of people, it's very easily overlooked. And also there's we're gonna set the record straight right now. Everyone has this perception of, ew, Campus Lake. Ew. And I promise you that they've done so much work, and it is very clean, it gets tested and all that stuff. So I hear that all the time, like, you're going swimming in it? I was like, well, yeah. But I'm the outdoor guy, and I prefer the ponds and the lakes over the pools, but it's a great place. But it really highlights, especially with the Becker Boathouse and that whole area, it's such a beautiful part of our campus, and I think it highlights to SIU's sort of commitment to being an outdoor campus.
Absolutely.
Even in just walking around, I think there are things that make each university special, and sometimes it's the architecture or other things, but I think one of the things we have is just, we have a beautiful campus. And so anything like this that highlights that, it's just cool to see.
I love it. And it comes to life and transforms into this whole other place with the boat regatta.
Yes, yeah.
Like I remember going last year and just it blowing my mind. I'm like, this all of a sudden looks like I'm in this new world,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah, and it's it's cool too because we're doing it the weekend we're doing it. So April 26th is the boat regatta, and that whole weekend there's so much cool things happening at SIU. I think that it's the spring football game, it's the boat regatta, it's the Saluki ball. So it's really a day that kind of highlights all of the things to do at SIU, and then also anytime. For me, we can bring the university and the community together. Like you hear a lot about town and gown, right? And so anytime we can have activities or events that bring the university and the city of Carbondale and the surrounding Southern Illinois area, like that's key, because to me, one is dependent on the other for its success and for its growth. So that's just another perk of kind of this awesome event.
Yeah, absolutely. And reminding folks that campus is a place for them to recreate as well, whether they are a student or not.
Yeah.
That's a space available to our residents and surrounding communities.
No, absolutely. You don't have to be a student or an employee of the university. You don't have to be a student or an employee of the university to come on campus. You can walk around the lake. You can, when the boathouse is, when Becker Pavilion is open, you can get a boat and go out on the lake. It is, people should enjoy the campus.
Yeah.
And I think that goes so far too. I mean, obviously I see it all the time, but Touch of Nature, we have a lot of events that are community focused and student focused, but that's the rec center too. There's a lot of ways for the community to kind of get involved with SIU, and this is kind of just one of them, but our hope is by doing more of this kind of stuff, it kind of continues to bridge the gap between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. If y'all are just tuning in, I'm talking to Brian Croft and Mary Kinsey about the upcoming 50th Great Cardboard Boat Regatta. It'll be on SIU campus out at Campus Lake on April 26th. It's a Saturday. What's some of our time details?
So on-site registration runs from 10 a.m. to noon. That's Saturday. There will be a little time in there for us to get the heats organized, and then we'll have races hopefully start promptly at 1 o'clock.
Awesome.
Races start at 1. First boat is sinking by 1:01. Hilarity ensues at 1:02.
Yes.
And my role I think is going to be I'm going to take the David Hasselhoff, so that's going to be me. I'll be on Baywatch, watching, doing the slow motion run into the water to save everyone as they fall in.
Yes, perfect.
But I think
slow motion sink.
And I think it's one of those things too. We encourage people to start building your boats now. It does take longer than you think, but also we have boat kits. So if the day of.
That's right. There are instant boat kits that are available just for the cost of registration.
Awesome.
And everyone that gets a kit has the same amount of time to build it. It's a piece of cardboard, some painter's plastic sheet, some duct tape. There is a carpet knife, and there's a nail.
Okay.
And if you think Insta boats, it's just like Insta rice. Like it's almost as good as regular rice, but so much less time.
Yes.
So it still works. It's great. So pre-registration is up. So
Awesome.
you can pre-register for $15, and then it's $20 at the door.
Okay, fantastic.
So you can start building your boat now. You can kind of wait and see, but I encourage you to just take the plunge. Both metaphorically now and literally probably on the day of.
Yes.
But get in and just kind of, it's one of those things, again, having participated in college, which was a long time ago. We don't need to go, so we don't talk how long. But it's something that my friends and I that graduate, like we still talk about. It's one of those events that you do, and even in the moment, you don't realize like how much you're going to remember it. And
Yeah.
it's one of those things where my college roommates and I get together and we reminisce and we talk about all the college times. Like the boat regatta always comes up.
I love that.
And so I think to see this tradition keep going, and I think also to celebrate the 50th it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So we need help though, because it is the 50th. So
Mhm.
we would love to make this thing bigger and better and huge.
Yes.
And so to do that, we need boats. We need teams.
Yeah. So get started
Yes.
now, because some people get so creative and
Yes.
elaborate with their boats.
Yeah.
I love to see what all these folks come up with.
Yes. And I can only guess, since you have experience building boats with your
Mhm.
family, that we will see a boat coming from you.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You know,
Yeah.
either as the WDBX team or the City of team or the Cattails team, or you can do
Yeah.
3 boats. You know,
Hey, there
each
you
one
go.
of your identities
Yeah.
can have its own boat.
Absolutely.
You know?
Eva Joy boat, Angie
That's-
boat,
that's
Eva boat.
right.
Yeah.
This is great.
I love it. I love it. 3 different ways to sink. You
Yeah,
know, should be exciting.
that's right.
You have awards for the best sinking boat, yes?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have the Titanic Award,
Yes.
and it's for the most spectacular sinking,
Uh-huh.
as determined by our panel of judges. So to qualify, at least to be in the running for the Titanic, the boat has to launch. So a sinking at the beach is not the same as a
Mhm.
sinking out on the course, and so and I don't know if Larry Bush was here, he would love to tell you about the team that actually rigged explosives
Oh.
on their boat, and to have it go down in a very dramatic fashion.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that story.
That's
That's
what listening to unison.
So,
Wow. That
yeah.
made me
So
bright.
in essence, if you're gonna go, just go big. You know, if you're going down, go down, make a scene.
Absolutely. Like, do we need a disclaimer though? Maybe no explosives
yes,
these
I-
days.
Yes, I would not recommend explosives. And I will say the student that used the explosives did not win the Titanic Award.
Bummer. I was gonna say, and they now work at NASA. No, and now you have me thinking. I kind of want to dress up like an iceberg and just sit in the middle of the lake and just being there. So
Yes, absolutely. I love it. There's different categories, if you will, different like age groups you race in, etc.
yeah, there's 5 different categories.
Yes, this
Yeah,
year for
this
the first time.
Awesome.
And so really whatever it is, I had it pulled up because I knew you were going to ask that question. And so there's class 1, so boats powered by canoes, paddles, and oars. That's about it, right? So
Yeah.
And then class 2, boats powered by paddle wheels, propellers, plungers, or other novel forms of muscle-powered propulsion.
Okay.
So let your imaginations go. Class 3 is your instant boats. Those are the ones that you're going to get on site.
Uh-huh.
Class 4 is the kids class. Boats built to any of the standards above the kids. And then we have class 5, which is teen for 13 to 17.
Okay. Fantastic.
I want to get a plunger now, and I want to see how I can make that work.
Yeah.
I
Let's see
really
how
I can't
effective that might
imagine.
I challenge accepted, Mary. I will. Why do you? I want to be the guy that's going to Lowe's to buy 10 plungers. Maybe don't ask. It's my business. It's for the boat regatta, I promise.
Oh, amazing.
I was just saying those 5 classes, the order in which that they 1, 2, 3, and 2, 5 is actually the order in which they appeared in the regatta. So
Okay.
yeah, so the originally it was all the kayaking canoe
Uh-huh.
with the paddles or oars,
Mm-hmm.
and then Larry Bush introduced the class 2, the mechanical class, and eventually they wanted to get the spectators involved,
Mm-hmm.
and so the instant boats came around.
Nice.
And then, yes, of course, the younger group came in, and then this year we were petitioned by some educators in the region to try to break up and try to add a teen class in between
Nice.
there. So.
It's kind of cool. We have a lot of local schools. Like, this is their science project.
Yeah.
So, like, how cool is that to do a project and then have, build a boat? So, You know, like I said, it's not, you know, we want, in fact, we'd love to see RSOs and SIU groups, but we want to see science classes, we want to see scout troops, we want to see church groups, we want to see everybody, families. Yeah, it's really open for everybody.
Yes, so this is your call to action. Get inspired, get this boat making going. Because you can make it, you know, it can be very beginner friendly.
Yes.
Like with the
Yes.
instant boat kits, it can be, you can keep it really, really simple. Or you can go full blown NASA engineer
Yes.
and
Yeah.
make, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, make a cardboard rocket. It's
I
gonna
don't-
blast out of the water.
So I don't know if you know this. My sister is a NASA engineer. All jokes aside, yeah, she works in mission control now. She's the successful one. Okay, but I may or may not have called and said, "Hey, you got any advice?" You know, and for some reason she can work on the International Space Station, but the cardboard boat regatta, she's like, "I don't really have any advice for you."
Plungers.
Plungers, just get more plungers. Yeah.
Always more plungers. I love it. Hey, we just got about 5 minutes left. Are there any details we need to make sure people know about going into this race?
No, I think just come. So we're gonna have. There's gonna be. We'll have vendors out there. So there's gonna be options. So this is really. This is kind of an event. It's not just show up for the race. We encourage spectators too. So again, even if you're not racing, it's like anything. It's like running a race. Like, you know, you have the people holding the signs. Like, you know, if you want to help us grow this event, and if that means building a boat, that's awesome. But even just coming out and supporting, again, we're going to have a lot of vendors. We'll have food. I think we're going to open up the lake for some paddle boating ahead of time.
Nice.
Okay.
And then potentially we'll have the rock wall out there, and we'll have some other activities. So we really want to make this an event that people can come and watch and enjoy. So come hungry and come ready.
Yeah,
So,
fantastic.
and Molly's going to have some special tent for our alumni to greet them when they come to the lake.
Fun.
And so I'm not sure all what's planned for the alumni tent, but they should just come out.
I know there's going to be food. There's going to be beverages. Yeah, just come out and just watch. Bring a chair.
Yeah.
And just again, it's also such a. They're my two favorite times of the year. I think in Southern Illinois we have this beautiful sort of outdoor space, but my two favorite times are spring and fall.
For sure.
Sinuses aside, spring is to see everything kind of come to life, and you're kind of seeing it now. The red buds are done. The dogwoods are kind of starting to pop. For those people who hunt mushrooms, the mushrooms may or may not have flooded away, but they're out there.
They're out there.
And so it's just such a cool time, and we saw it. We just did our Maple Festival a couple weeks ago, and it's kind of like Southern Illinois reemerges from the winter. It's
Right.
everything starts to come out, and so this is just another one of those events that you can come out and again bring the family, watch, do the thing. So
Yeah, and being a spectator, it is a free spectator event. So.
Yes.
But maybe bring $20 in case you want to do an Insta boat, because you don't know when that you know when the itch is there, you got to scratch it.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll also have commemorative T-shirts for sale and posters, and I think there's going to be some different magnets and
Ooh,
pins and
yes.
things. There's going to be things to commemorate the regatta for the 50th and make it special.
Yeah. The graphics this year are gorgeous. That poster.
Do you want to talk about
was
the poster?
incredible.
That was your
Yeah.
brainchild.
So yeah, I've been very, very surprised at the positive feedback for the poster. I almost got a second job now, like designing posters. But yeah, it was a strange thing. There's allusions to both the Grateful Dead in the poster, as in but there's also allusions to Monty Python's Holy Grail. At the bottom, there's a banner that says "We ain't dead yet," and that's one of my. It's a play on a favorite line from Holy Grail. Where it's "Bring out your dead," and the father says, "I'm not dead yet."
And this is the continuing education that we take very seriously. I know if you are under the age of 40 right now, you're like, what? But this is also a call. Go sign up for the Cardboard Boat Regatta, and then in preparation, watch Holy Grail. And I think you'll be really ready to go.
Absolutely.
That's really all you need.
Absolutely.
Well, Holy Grail, they're celebrating their 50th year
There-
this year.
You call that
Perfect.
synergy.
Perfect.
Okay.
I love it. I wouldn't be shocked if someone shows up with like a tattoo of this poster.
I
Like,
know,
that's
it's
how
very
beautiful
cool.
it is.
I know.
love it. I love
know.
it.
No, it's beautiful. And again, I think Molly already started to sell them. I think on their last
Oh, yes.
alumni store.
The alumni store, the pop-up popped up on Friday,
Right.
and there are T-shirts from Silkworm that can be ordered and sent anywhere.
I love that.
Yeah, we will have T-shirts on site if you're
Great.
going to be at the event. But and the printing plant has a whole bunch of stuff they have put that beautiful poster on.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you guys
Well,
just
thanks for
so
having us.
much for
Yes,
coming
thank
on.
you.
I'm so excited. I gotta go do some boat planning.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, go sign up and mark your calendars, April 26th. We can't wait to see you all there.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Have a great day.